Welcome back. SethBling here. So last week, I set a new world record in Kill Bowser, Super Mario World Kill Bowser speedrun category. Of course, I beat my own time with that world record, and I'm the only person who's held that world record for the last, 3 years. But there are some new runners in the category. Aaron, Area51, and Furious have both done some runs. Furious, I don't think has actually completed a warp. He did a just short stream because he just learned the category, but he had some interesting ideas for how to improve the route. I'm not going to be using any of his new strats that he came up with. One of them looks pretty good, but it also looks really risky. But it looks like it's going to save a few seconds. And then I'm not sure how the other ones time out in terms of saving time, but I'm not sure they save much. But I don't know. I'll be really curious to see how Furious does with it. Anyway, so I do have a small route improvement, which Furious will also be able to take advantage of. And it'll save some time there. With his stuff, so it should just save like a few seconds and also make the warp a lot more reliable. Basically, instead of doing the weird jump to eat the berry, I figured out that you can just hold up while eating a different berry and it sets a value that's good. So basically you just get to skip an entire pixel of the most difficult pixel to get right, I guess. That berry. So not that, well, it's not the slowest pixel to get right, but it's easy to not get the right value. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, it should be faster. Hopefully. I mean, definitely. It is definitely a faster route. We'll see if I can actually do it. It runs faster. What's up, Mr. L? Hello, Jonathan, and you're busy procrastinating. I can help you procrastinate. I can multitask. I can both get a world record and also help you procrastinate. It's starting to run. Oh, I'm good. Yep, everything's good. Things are good. I'm good. Everything's good. World record's good. I also practiced the spits a lot, and I feel like I'll be able to do them fast. So we'll see. Okay, what I want to do actually is move my console forward a bit. Be easier to reset that way. Gotta work on those reset strats. What's up, Noctel? Really? Thought I was gonna hit it right. Good evening, the Rodden One Spud. Oh wait, the Rodden Spud. That one Rodden Spud. How did I mix up one and Rodden? Switch the order of those. That's weird. Hello, Max Wishing Will. Okay, cool. Thanks, Recon Sniper. What's up, Sir Taku? Do I agree that Bowser is a fatty? I think Bowser could lose a few pounds. I wonder, I bet there's some fan art out there of thin Bowser. like diet Bowser. And I bet it's great. I actually don't know if that was good. I think I might have gotten unlucky there, but we'll continue the run. Sound is... Oh, I see. Never mind. Alright, so here's the new part. Yeah. Don't have to do that berry. What? Oh, jeez. I didn't do that right. I'm trying to stay underneath the hill with that. Anyway, you'll see. Let's see. Oh, my sound is muted. Okay. Welcome back. C. Cohen here. Thanks for subbing for 30 months. What's up, C. Cohen? Hello, Monkzak. What's up, Lecho? 27. And Noon Einzer. Oh, that was bad. I've started being able to tell when that pixel's bad by looking at where the Koopa actually like lands after his slide. It's like a little bit hard to tell because you have to actually tell what pixel he's sitting on, but if it's too far off, it becomes pretty obvious. Thanks, Yoshi's World. That was definitely good. So once again, here's the new tech. Skip that other berry. Perfect. Oh no. Oh, good. Yeah, that was actually great. Oh, this run's looking good. Oh shoot, that was the wrong bump. Okay, that's still quite good. One more pixel. Okay. This run's good. I think this is world record pace. Okay. I've seen that happening recently. Ugh, okay, I don't want to get on Yoshi. Oh no! No! Oh! Okay, don't kill that guy. Actually, yeah, I can still get world record with this run. I think. Like I'll have to do it perfectly, but I'm on pace. Yeah, I like jumped on the mole. That was a little silly. Oh, okay. Here we go. Alright, that was good. Good. Still on world record pace. Nope. No. Whoa. That's not what I'm supposed to do there. Okay, I'm a little nervous. Good. Still on world record pace. God, this is like the third run of the stream or something. That was good. I think I did it. Oh, no. No, half a second off. Wow. That was close. Man, if I hadn't hit that mole, that wasted like 4 seconds or something. Gosh, I can't. Yeah, world record's not. I think world record's gonna happen this stream. That was like the third run of the stream. Well, let's see if it plays the credits. That was close. That was real close. That was a good Bowser fight. Oh, that got me so nervous though. I'm like, I feel the adrenaline pumping. Why do I use the Japanese version of the game? The code in the two cartridges, there's slightly different, and it ends up that like the code is misaligned by like a byte, and so it's all, you know, internally consistent and everything within the cartridge, but yeah, so we did the credits. But it ends up mattering how the code is aligned, because we jump to a certain place in the code, and it jumps to a slightly different spot in the code between the US and Japanese cartridges. How long do I think I'll be streaming today? I have no clue. I've been going like a few hours, mostly with my streams. I think 4 is the longest stream I've done recently. I actually am not sure if the rout's possible in US. I tested it at some point, but I don't remember the answer. I just always use the Japanese cartridge. I like the Japanese cartridge anyway because you don't the like intro cutscene, you don't have to mash at the end of it. It just automatically exits the cutscene, so it's like you get a frame perfect mash essentially. So I would use the Japanese version even if it was possible on the US version. The route would be exactly the same if it was possible, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know the answer actually. It'd be pretty easy to test. That was good. For those just joining, the part right here is a little different. I just do that, and then I don't have to do the other berry. Okay, let's grab this guy. Oof, weird spacing. That's fine. Oh, no. Ugh, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a little slow, huh? Still, I mean, not bad. Not a bad run. Japanese does also have better credits. Plus, this way I get to look like a weeb. It's not a new route or a new category, but there are some small modifications to the route that will save a little bit of time. Okay, that should be good. One more pixel. That was fast. Oof. I'm pretty sure I got the right pixel there, and that was definitely right. That was quick. Not bad. Okay, I should have jumped off the ledge there. Cool. All right. Should be pretty easy to get a world record right here, because my Bowser fight was really sloppy in the PB, and I'm like tied with the PB. So if I can get in the cloud and like do the fight just pretty well. Whew, yeah, I'm nervous again. But we'll see. Oh, that was really good. That was like a frame perfect phase transition. Uh-oh, I'm a little concerned about how far right Bowser is right now. Alright, that was good. Oh. Okay, still got it. This is still okay. This is still okay. Okay, that was really good. Alright, that should definitely be world record. Yeah, 1.15. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. Cool. That's a good way to start off the stream. How long have I been streaming for? 16 minutes. That was my second world record pace run of the day. So, like I said, I have a small time save here, and I can do a lot better than that. I can definitely save like several more seconds. Sub 250 shouldn't be too hard. So normally I would drink a White Russian to celebrate a world record, but first of all, this is not really a category where a world record is like that impactful. But also I plan on streaming for a while more, and I don't want to like. Oh yeah, we have to see if the credits roll. Yeah, okay, so we're good. That was a world record. I always forget that like that could fail. Whoa, what is? Oh, sorry. Peach just looked really weird. Like, doesn't Peach look weird? It looks like she's got like a weird offset, but I think that's what she's supposed to look like. I just never look at what she looks like in the credits. Sandwich time with Seth. I will maybe make a sandwich at some point during the stream, because it is approaching lunchtime. I had some peanut butter. I will also have some peanut butter now. For the PB. Yeah. What else was WR? WR stood for white rice, I guess? I don't think I have any white rice sitting around. Okay. Cool. Welcome back, Jonathan ABT here. Thanks for subbing. 18 months. That's like a year and a half. Save the White Russians ode for the end of the stream. Oh, white rum? Yeah. I guess I could just have like a sip of white rum. White rum. Just tuned in. What happened? New world record. New Kill Bowser world record. Definitely a very beatable time. Oh, hi, Miko. Miko, I just got a new world record. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Wait. Hey. Miko. This is Miko. He's a boy, spelled M-I-K-O. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Right, Miko? Wanna say hi to the stream? Can you hear him smelling the mic? Good boy. He usually doesn't like being held for that long, so I'm gonna put him down. I usually, when I get a world record, I let the credits play out to the end. I'll give you some time to like calm down anyway. Yep, I just got a new world record. I posted a video over the weekend of my last world record that got on Friday. But I already beat it. I have a little time save for those who are new, like just pulling into the stream. It's, I don't know, it's like something like a 3-second time save. And it also makes the run a lot more reliable. The only thing that I can really mess up without knowing that I messed it up is the Koopa bounce at the beginning. But even then, I can like sometimes tell if I've messed that up. Before, that berry was like a pretty big source of lost runs where I didn't like really know if that was what I messed up. Oh, there is a white line on the top right. Hold on, I can oh, there we go. I guess I want to do like that. Okay, there we go. Fix that. Thank you. Nico? Okay. And the end. Yes, I would like to update. And let's save splits too. All right. Well, let's do another run. Disco. How low can you go with tasks? Like, how low can the time go? I don't know. There are like, that's a very subjective question. Like, that's a really subjective question. Do you mean with like strategies that are human viable? Like how human viable? How risky are we allowed to be? Disco. It's a really subjective question. You could like do the like credit swap task thing, which is just like you just go straight to the item swap, and you'd even be able to set it up so that you would just like instantly beat Bowser as soon as you entered the Bowser room. So it'd be like under a minute. So like that's as low, like if you want if you want to know how low it can go with tasks, it's like under a minute technically, but like that's not something a human could ever do. If you want to know with like human viable strats, my estimate would be like really rough, and also it depends. Like you can get extremely risky with some of these strats, like what we're doing with the Koopa bounce at the beginning. Like Furious has already started working on some similar things that are even riskier for later in the run, where you just like stomp on a Koopa and hope it's on the right pixel. If it was this route, and like allowing, you know, a few like say 300 milliseconds to verify that you're standing on the right pixel, that sort of thing. I'm guessing it's like 220 or 230. But there's already some improvements to this route that we know about that I'm not doing because I think they make the run a lot riskier. It's not that he's dead when you get there, it's that he dies as soon as you enter the room. Also, what's up, Jim's friend? It's been a while. How's it going? How's life? I think that was good, but it might not have been. Life is okay. Alright. Well, that sounds okay. So here's that new time save. I get to just skip that berry. Oh no. Oh, I thought that Koopa was gonna fall off. Alright, not too bad. Oh, that's bad. I think it's this pixel. Anyway, I don't even know if that was the right pixel, to be honest. I don't think it was. But whatever, we're gonna keep going. If this works, I'm gonna try something. Okay, yeah, I think I was on the wrong pixel. Can I do this on emulator as well, or only console? BizHawk emulator, it'll work. So any emulator that uses the beast in its core will work. I think any other emulator might not. Certainly the Nintendo first-party emulators, like Virtual Console, will not. But BizHawk definitely works if you use the beast in its core. And I think the default core right now is SNES 9X, so make sure you switch it. But then there's all the directions are in the title, the route document. Isn't BSNES like meant to play the closest to a real SNES? Yeah. It's certainly the best at accomplishing that goal, but it also, yeah, that's like one of the main goals of BSNES is to have accurate emulation. How do you store your time values for the PB chance calculator? So LiveSplit actually automatically stores every split you've ever done. Your splits file contains not only your PB and your splits for your PB, but it actually contains a history of every split you've ever done. So I just use that. Oh, that wasn't good. Yeah. Yeah, that bounce was bad. What's up, Landon? Why would this not work on Nintendo Virtual Console? Disco. It's just doesn't emulate the console correctly. You'd think Nintendo first-party emulators would be the best, but they're actually pretty much the worst when it comes to accurate emulation. Because they only make it good enough to like do the games that they want to release on their console, and like the games that they're going to release, not like ROM hacks and stuff. So they don't need it to be like fully accurate. They just need to be accurate enough to run those games. So they just don't care if it's like accurate in weird circumstances. Well, I mean, you'd think Nintendo first-party emulators would be the best because they have the best documentation and the people most familiar with how it's supposed to work. But oh, I don't know. That was definitely bad. Video comes before audio. Are you talking about? You're talking about in the gameplay, not my voice, right? And I know that that's true. Will not fix. Disco. Do I know of any good free emulators for NES, SNES, etc.? You got BizHawk. As if Open Bus was in any specification anyone cared about. Yeah, I mean, like, certain games rely on Open Bus, actually, so... Like, Nintendo does... Like, they do emulate Open Bus somewhat, because there are certain registers that are Disco, that act as Open Bus, and that people, like, games will read. Like, games will read certain memory addresses that are Open Bus, but they didn't assume that it was Open Bus, and so, like, for them to work correctly, You have to actually emulate OpenBus a little bit. I think there were a lot of games actually that relied on it because, like I said, there's like some bits of certain registers that are OpenBus, and like the people writing the games didn't know that those bits were OpenBus. Like, not all the bits of the registers are OpenBus, so you can still read some of the bits. Let's go. Anyway, it's just something I've heard. I don't know for sure that that's true, but yeah. I don't really like LSNES at all personally. I mean, I haven't tried it in a couple years, but the user interface was atrocious when I tried it. Can you provide garbage data and have those games working okay? I don't really know. I mean, it would depend what kind of garbage data you gave it, I think. But I think it does depend to some extent on what the values are. Any tips on composing lo-fi hip-hop beats? I have no tips for you now. Not getting any of these. Runs have not gone anywhere for the last like 10 minutes, it feels like. I'm kind of just on autopilot, just reading the chat mostly until I you know, get a run started, and then I'll pay attention to the game. Oh, that was run 777. Rip. It was not my lucky run. Yeah, that should be good. What's OpenBus? It's complicated. I guess I could talk about it. I guess I could explain it in my downtime. I don't know that I've ever explained it on stream, really. So, the Super Nintendo, I'm going to explain OpenBus now. This might end up making a good clip at some point if I do a good job. OpenBus. The Super Nintendo has a processor, it has RAM, has a cartridge plugged in, it has video RAM, and it has some registers that control things and also like read from the controllers. And so for the processor to read and write those things, RAM and cartridge and whatever registers, it uses the memory system. So basically there's this thing called the memory bus. The memory bus lets the processor specify an address, and it lets it say if it wants to read or write from that address. If it writes to that address, then the processor also needs to put whatever data it wants to write to that address into the data bus. And if it wants to read from the address, then it expects the data bus to contain... Oh, I can actually have a run. Expects the data bus to contain... Oh, okay, I think that was actually fine. I did have to do a little bit of adjustment there. It expects the data bus to contain whatever is contained at that address. Alright, I gotta actually focus now. Oh no. Oh, it's slow. I didn't hold down run. Oh geez. Oh, this is really slow. Oh, I actually got that, I'm pretty sure. Okay. This is slow. Yeah, that was a slow thing. I think I got everything right, but there's a pretty reasonable chance I didn't. Okay, yeah, I was not prepared for that. It threw me off that the green shell was so low, or the fireball was so low compared to the green shell. Anyway, okay. Back to open bus. What's up, Treddy? So okay, the processor, you know, puts an address on the address bus, and either writes a value to the data bus or reads a value from the data bus. And whenever a read or write happens from the processor, it was okay, but it might not have been. I gotta focus, I guess. Oh, I might have pressed or let go of up too early there. Well, we'll see, I guess. Uh-oh. Alright. This is... I have a plan for this. Yeah. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong... Okay. That was okay. And by okay, I mean pretty bad. Alright, well, that was slow. And also, I don't know if I did it right, but okay. We'll try and finish the run anyway. Okay. Ugh. Okay. There's something I want to try if the item swap works. Okay. It didn't. Okay, open bus. So, anytime a read or write happens, like I said, there's the processor puts an address on the address bus and either reads or writes to the data bus. Like a byte of memory called the MDR, which stands for Memory Data Register, keeps track of whatever the value was that was written to or read from memory. Okay, and so open bus, it refers to a set of memory addresses, and whenever the processor tries to read from one of these memory addresses, they're basically memory addresses, Disco, where no device that's like contained in the console responds to that memory address. So normally if you have a memory address that's like somewhere in the range of RAM, then RAM will say, oh, that's me, I'm supposed to respond to that. Here's the value contained to that RAM address. Or the cartridge, if it's like a memory address that's in the range that is contained in the cartridge, and the cartridge will respond to the request and tell you, you know, here's the value at that spot on the cartridge. But if there's certain memory addresses where there's no device that's supposed to respond, and when that happens, nothing writes anything to the Disco, nothing writes anything to the data bus, and so whatever value was previously in the MDR, Memory Data Register, just gets read again. So basically, you have this region of memory, or several regions of memory, where you get weird results when you try and read from this region of memory, and it basically depends on whatever was last read to or written from, read from or written to memory. And that's called open bus. And in the credits warp, what happened, and also in Kill Bowser, oh my god, Miko is standing behind my monitor sniffing everything. In the Kill Bowser glitch, or whenever you eat a Charged and Chuck, the processor starts executing code from memory addresses that are open bus. There's no device responsible for responding to memory requests. And so some weird things happen. and it's like starts returning values that were whatever the last value that was read from RAM or written to RAM or whatever. And most or a lot of emulators don't emulate OpenBus correctly because like normally the game code does not try and read from OpenBus because like you don't really get any value out of reading out of OpenBus. Oops. So that's why most emulators don't emulate OpenBus correctly. Whoops. Disco. Thanks for the 30 bits. Clue. I don't know if you pronounce that. Anyway, thank you. Cool, that should be good. You took a computer systems class for your CS minor, but never understood how a device knows when to release something from RAM. What do you mean by release something from RAM? Do you mean when to tell the processor, here's what's at this RAM address? Or do you mean when to free up a RAM address so that it can be used for another purpose? Because those are very different things. Disco. And it works very differently in modern computers too, because there's caches. And so when you actually, in a modern computer, when you make a request for a RAM address, it actually sends like a whole block of RAM to the processor, and then the processor caches that at various different levels with different like access speeds. So that if you access several RAM addresses that are adjacent, you get very fast access, whereas if you have to do actual random access where you're just randomly reading from here, there, wherever, it's a lot slower because you have to actually make a bunch of these different requests. Disco. How many records for Super Mario World do I hold or have I gotten? Mostly just Credits Warp and Kill Bowser, which are categories that I mostly made up. So that's kind of my style. If I want a world record, I just make up a new category. How do I know what value was the last one in the data bus? Is it just the same all the time for the item swap, or am I manipulating it somehow? That's a good question. It's like pretty complicated. Miko's meowing. I don't know if you can hear him. Cool. Cool. Oh, nice. That was good. Trying to stay under the platform there. Okay, well, this is gonna be slow. And Yoshi's gone. Nope, okay, we're good. Where do I stand here? Okay. Cool run. Everything's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Don't want that guy there. Can we just... What was I talking? Oh yeah, OpenBus. So the way the glitch works in this game, you do the item swap, you either charge and chuck. When you either charge and chuck, it like reads out of bounds from a function pointer table because you're not supposed to be able to charge and chuck, and so it like has a weird index into this function pointer table, and then basically what happens is it writes the function address, this like out of bounds function address, which the address is open bus. It writes it to somewhere in RAM, and then it jumps to that location from RAM. And so when you jump to that or not RAM, that memory address, okay. Miko is going crazy. There's birds outside and maybe squirrels. So it writes that memory address to RAM and then jumps to the memory location contained in RAM that it just wrote. And so when it jumps to open bus, because that address is open bus, the last byte read was always the data bank of that memory address, which is 01. Disco. And so the MDR contains 01. And so when it tries to execute the next processor instruction from open bus, it reads 01, which is an OR instruction, which means OR the accumulator with a RAM value. Anyway, so from there, it like reads some other values, and there's different like things that can happen from there depending on how you've manipulated RAM. And so the trick to discovering a new credits warp route or kill browser route or whatever is figuring out ways to manipulate RAM so that it does what you want it to do, and so that you can actually execute useful code and prevent the game from crashing. Okay, anyway, I just like didn't read any chat messages for that whole time because that was just a lot. Didn't I have world record in any percent? So there was a time we used the word any percent to describe Super Mario World categories. That pretty much ended once once I did the credits warp. We did call it Disco. We called it Disco. At the time, we called it the any percent world record. And that's when we came up with the name 11 exit for that category. It was kind of to mirror the 96 exit category. But we very quickly started naming credits warp 0 exit because like the word any percent, while it has like a pretty deep, root in the speedrunning community, it just makes no sense when you can be more like a little bit more descriptive with that particular game. I still don't think that 0 exit and 11 exit are the best names for those categories. 11 exit's okay, I guess, but I don't think this should be called 0 exit. I think it should be called like credits warp. And I like that this category is called Kill Bowser. So like this category has actually had 3 different names. It was originally called 3 exit, then it was called 2 exit, and now it's called Kill Bowser. And that's because it's technically 0 exit right now. Like this route does not, complete any exits. But I think calling credits warp 0 exit is kind of dumb because like you could complete an exit and then like warp to credits, and you would be on the leaderboard. Like, in fact, for Wii U, it is 2 exit. Like, you have to complete 2 exits in order to warp to credits. Wii U and Switch and whatever. Virtual Console. So I don't really like that it's called 0 exit. I think it should just be called credits warp. I think that it might be what I call it in my splits. And that's certainly what I call it when I'm telling people about it. Cool. Okay, not too bad. All right, this is good. This is a good run. This is actually a very good run. Oh my god, this run's so good. This run's so good. No! I think I shot that. No, it should be fine. Oh, it crashed. What? I think one of the pixels actually might have been off. It looked like one of the pixels was a pixel off. That run was really good. That was going to be like several seconds ahead. Oh, well. So if you want to look for a crash that will execute from RAM, you just want to find any way to access an unmapped memory location. No, I wouldn't say that. There's like... It's pretty hard to actually get control from Open Bus. I mean, it's taken a lot of research to find the couple ways that we have found. You want to find, if you want to execute from RAM, you want to find a crash that executes from anywhere other than ROM, maybe, or like, yeah, I don't know. Like there are crashes that will execute from RAM directly. That's how a lot of the power-up incrementation ones work. Like, that's how the Wii U route works and everything. Wii U / Virtual Console route. That's how the Virtual Console route works. I should really start calling it the Virtual Console route. The audio is not supposed to be delayed, but it is, and I'm not going to fix it. Disco. How do you discover stuff like this? There's a lot of people, like, it's a long process that involves a lot of people, but a lot of people playing around with the game, trying to just explore, finding various glitches by accident, and then other people analyzing those glitches and figuring out how they work and how to accomplish something useful with them. And then a lot of experimentation, a lot of doing stuff in emulators, using save states, trying a lot of different things, looking at RAM addresses, looking at trace logs to figure out what the processor is doing and how that might be manipulated. It's a long and complicated process that requires quite a lot of expertise. Disco. Why do I say disco at the start of the run? So look at Mario right now. He is striking a disco pose. It's a frame perfect trick to get it to happen. If you do it too early, he'll be in the air and it just looks like he's jumping. If you do it too late, he doesn't have the pose. That was really good. No, I can't move over one pixel. Ugh, that was horrible. Ah, man, that sucked. How many times did I have to try? It's happening again. Gosh. All right. Let's see if I can get the ace. I'd like to, it's been a while actually since I've gotten the ace to work. Ah. Overshot by a lot. Oops. Oh my god, this run. Alright. Ugh. I just want the ace to work once on a bad run so I can try something. I haven't had it work. Welcome back, Stego27 here. Thanks for subbing with Twitch Prime. Oh, I missed some bits from Uklu. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if it was the first or the second donation of bits that I missed, but I missed one of them. Welcome back, Wooly here. Thanks for subbing with Twitch Prime. Did I get Mfaz? Mfaz, thanks for subbing too, if I didn't get you. I don't think the title screen stage has an ending. I don't think there's like a goalpost at the end of it. Open bus is to hardware what undefined behavior is to C. Kinda. Yeah, I mean, Jonathan ABT, that's the same for C and C++. Like, it's not really I mean, it's not undefined, it's just not specified, right? It's the same thing. Like, C or C++ has certain behavior when you do something that's not, like, specified by the official specification. And people use it, just like I'm using OpenBus to accomplish something here. So I think it's a good analogy. It's undocumented behavior. It's actually pretty prevalent throughout the world of computer systems. How can I tell if I'm successful? Mostly if I warp to Bowser. Oh, that's so slow. It's happening again! Ugh. Alright, whatever, it's fine. I mean, it's still an okay run. Okay, that was a little slow. And so was that. That was actually okay. Okay, I just wanted that fireball to get ahead of me so that it wouldn't hit this mole. Yeah, I can't PB with this. How can I tell a run won't work from the very beginning like that? So like, for instance, when I jump on the Koopa at the beginning, if the Koopa is ejected the wrong way from the shell, then the Koopa won't slide and land at the pixel that it's supposed to land on. And the setup won't work. It's a good fight. Yeah, saved 3/4 of a second. I'll let it play to the credits. Assuming the credits play. Anyway, there's certain things I'm trying to do to set up to make sure that certain RAM addresses contain certain values, and sometimes it's pretty obvious if that RAM address isn't going to contain the correct value because something is the wrong X coordinate or whatever. So is this the same kind of manipulation that you were using back when you were trying to destroy a blue brick and have the sparkly bits fall in a certain way? It's similar. That was a little bit more. That was a lot more random. But yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah, I'm trying to get the same same thing to happen, which is in that case I was trying to get the y coordinates of those RAM, like the RAM addresses that contain the y coordinates of the sparkly bits of the blue boxes to contain certain values. And so I needed those blue box particles to despawn at certain y coordinates so that whatever y coordinates I needed were left over on memory after they despawned. In this case, it's mostly x coordinates of things. There are actually a couple of y coordinates. And there's also some velocity things, which I have a setup for, like this right here. The eggshell fragments on this eggshell here need to despawn at certain y velocities. But I have a setup to make sure that it happens reliably. Okay, that's fine. Oops. Need that. Alright. Okay. Didn't mean to jump to the right there. That's fine. It was not that slow. That is, though. Okay, that was wrong. Standing on the wrong pixel when I spit out that shell. There's in the route document that's in the stream title, like towards the middle end, the end of the middle, I don't know. Anyway, halfway between the middle and the end, there is a list of memory addresses that I'm trying to manipulate. Some of them are x coordinates, some of them are y coordinates, some of them are sprite y velocity or minor extended sprite y velocities. Yeah. I actually don't know if that was good. One more pixel. Oops. No, come back. Okay, at least I got that quick. Ah, there's only 2 Koopas left. It's not the worst thing ever, but because I can just do this. Okay. Yeah, this is not a great run. Okay. I'm gonna try and do the thing. Assuming I can get the item swap. That's fine. I crashed. Why did that crash? Oh, right. The Koopa at the beginning might not have been correct. Disco. Why do I use the Japanese version if I don't know how to talk Japanese? So it's a pretty common thing in speedrunning that you'll see people running non-English versions of games, even if they don't know how to speak that language. And the reason is usually because of slight differences between the different versions of the game. That version is the fastest to speedrun. That's usually why. Breath of the Wild has switched between different languages. What is it up to now? I don't... It was, yeah, it was German and French. I don't think it's either right now, actually. But I don't remember what it is. Ego, hi. Breath of the Wild is French right now? I know when I was running it last, it was German. What's up, Aperture Combine? Disco. That was good. Perfect. Okay, this is going well. Oh my god. Well, that was good. Oh my god, this run. Oh, I gotta let that fireball get it past me. Oh no, oh no. Okay, didn't land on Yoshi. Oh, shoot. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Even with that, I still am 2 seconds ahead. Oof. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Nice. It's a good first phase. Okay. That was perfect. Actually, too perfect. I don't really want him that far right. Perfect, yeah. Nice. Okay, that should be good. Wow, that was really good. Oh, this run. Alright. That's good. Oh, no! I still could have recovered there if I didn't freak out. So what happened there was, on my way down, I'm supposed to grab the second Koopa, or second Mecha Koopa. And I didn't. I just didn't. I'm not really sure why. I must have like gone too far left too fast. That would have been like a 3 or 4 second PB. That was a really good fight up until that point. But I will save my gold split because that was a nice gold split. Why didn't it go back to the world map after I died? So the answer to that is the way that this whole thing works. It's the same reason that I went to the Bowser fight after dying to the mole. It's the exact same reason. What's the 255 door glitch? I don't know that one. Basically what this glitch does is it sets a memory address that the game checks whenever it tries to load the world map. If the address is ever non-zero, then it'll load whatever value is contained in that address as like the level number to load. Normally that's used during the bonus game. It'll set that value during the bonus game, or when it needs to load the bonus game after completing a level. It's actually also used at the very beginning of the game to load the intro cutscene. One more pixel. Good. That was quick. Oh no. Oh wow, I actually saved it. Usually I can't save it after that. Nice. Okay. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. Not the best, but ugh. Alright, good. Okay. Just barely got there in time. That was good. Landed on the right pixel first try. That was also good. I think this is a reasonable pace. I'm not really sure. Bonked the chuck. Yeah, that was like a second and a half ahead, I think. That wasn't panic that really killed the run. I guess it kind of was. I might have been able to PB if I didn't panic. But it would have been a very close thing. So you could you technically warp to the last, or to a later phase of the Bowser fight to make it faster? The later phase of a Bowser fight isn't like a separate level. It's controlled by some other memory address. What phase he's on. So you can't like warp to different phases of the Bowser fight. You can warp to the room that Bowser spawns in. That's it. There is a memory address that if you could, I don't know. You would have to like write to that memory address after you load the Bowser room, so it's pretty tricky to actually make it like so you can skip to the very end of the Bowser fight. But it's actually something that was part of the 11 exit code injection run that I submitted to AGDQ that they rejected. Womp womp. Wow, that was great. That was pretty good too. I have to wait a little. Oh shoot. All right. Oh, you know what? I could have done something else there. That's fine. I think it's still okay. Like those, I'm doing pretty well on these pixels. Yeah, those were good. So this is still quite a bit ahead, I think. One more pixel. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know why it started doing that recently, but it's hilarious. Alright, it should be... I'm a little behind, huh? I don't know if I can save that much time. There's two other runners for this category right now. Area 51 and Furious. Oops. Well, okay. Rip. It's okay. It wasn't a good run anyway. Yeah, Furious just started running it. He's done some runs, but he hasn't, like, completed any. He hasn't done any, like, completed any warps. He's doing some pretty risky strats. It's kind of his thing. He just, like, goes all out immediately with the risky strats. They're faster, but I think I'm not using them because I don't want to lose as many runs as he's gonna lose by using those strats. That's my estimation anyway, that he'll lose a lot of runs to using risky strats. Or that at least that I would lose a lot of runs to that. I guess I don't need to pass judgment on him. Thanks for the 30 bits. I am Calafalas. It's nice of you. Welcome back. 13 Uda here. I guess this is probably supposed to be Buddha, huh? Thank you for subbing at Twitch Prime. Disco. For the good content as always. Well, thank you very much. It's very nice of you. Hey, you got that second place bit, whatever. Trophy. Congrats on that. 30 cents. Yeah, the link in the title should work. I mean, that's kind of why I put it there. Oops. How's my day been? It's good. Just basically woke up, did some practice, doing some runs. What is Bowser? It's a deep question. Is he the manifestation of evil and malice? Or is he simply a misunderstood... He's the boss of the game. I know him simply as the boss of the game. Is he a turtle, or is he a dinosaur? Or is he a Koopa? How do Koopas differ from turtles? These are all open questions. What even is a turtle? Maybe Bowser's a dragon. I mean, he breathes fire. Do I have a normal day job again, or do I get all my money from YouTube and Twitch? I get all my money from YouTube and Twitch. And today was payday! No, seriously, it's the 15th of the month is payday for both YouTube and Twitch. He's a Tortlesaur. Alright. I'm down. Disco. I think the real question is Bowser a sandwich? Discuss. What? That was a little wacky. Bowser is a taco, technically? I don't know about that. Doesn't his shell extend to the front? Disco. Is Bowser shellfish? Can I eat Bowser and keep to my kosher lifestyle? Ravioli is more accurate? No. Hold on. Maybe you mean to say like, what's the word? Dumpling? But definitely not ravioli, right? Ravioli has a much more specific meaning than that. No, okay, that's actually not okay because of that. I actually have a plan for if that happens. I know where to spit out the shell. But, then I got hit. I don't think I would lose that much time if I could have done it right. Thanks, Sky Killer. Okay, cool. Nope, it's happening again. Oh my god. Alright, well, this can be one of those runs where I can plan on doing that thing that I want to try out and haven't been able to because they have all crashed. Okay, just have to let them pass. Wait. No, I don't think I did that right. Hold on. Alright, the thing I wanted to try was this. So I'm mashing right now. It's not letting me exit this. So there's a countdown timer that's preventing me from exiting. So that did work. Interesting. I'm actually pretty surprised. I didn't think this worked. So that was much slower. Oh, I forgot to split. Whatever. Insert, right? Okay. We have music. People always complain that there's no music at the beginning of this fight. So I'm not sure what controlled the timer there. But if I can get that to work and sometimes that timer is like very short. That could actually be a faster way to warp to the Bowser fight because I don't have to go quite so far right. Wouldn't it be faster to glitch the 2 berries on the way back? I'm not sure what you mean. On the way back to the right, you mean? It's complicated. Oh, what? Okay. That was... I just, like, forgot what I was thinking about the berries, and I just forgot about what their route was. Hey, that was quick. This is gonna be, like, perfect in every way now. Okay, I just do this right here. And then reload these guys. Cool, that actually worked. Oh, it's this one. Ooh, that was close. All right. Is the so this is the purest form of any percent? Yes, that's the question being asked. Let's go. And the answer is don't use the word any percent when you describe categories in this game. If you'd like to rephrase the question, I'm happy to answer it in a different way. But the answer I'm going to give is any percent doesn't mean anything when it comes to this game because there is not a percentage counter in this game. He's gonna be slow. Uh-oh, I lost track of which one was. I think it's this one. I don't know. That might not have been the right pixel. I don't think it'll crash anyway, but I might not play the credits. I should have done the item box thing again just to see what happened. Thanks, Furious. Okay, that cloud might be a problem. Oh, well, the Mecha Koopas were also a problem. If you didn't see, there's a slight modification to the route where, yeah, I'm skipping eating the Y41 berry, or 42 or whatever, because it turns out if you hold up while eating the left of the two berries, it gets a value of 64, which is one of the allowed values, which was in the dock, but I somehow never noticed that before, that you could just get that automatically. So you don't have to like stand there and try and do this weird thing to get the correct value. It's just you get it for free, and also it's a lot faster. So pretty cool. It's a nice little improvement. It just makes everything faster and easier. What is it about the message block that made me think I could use it to trigger Bowser? I actually did it accidentally. I like hit it accidentally during a practice run once, and it warped to Bowser. So what happens when you hit it is because you've set that one memory address that like overwrites what happens when you go to the world map. I think what's happening is it's showing a Switch Palace message box, and you can kind of, I mean, I don't, if you compared the text, I think it would be the same text. And you can see there's some weird sprites in there that don't look like Switch Palace things. That's because it's like, whoops. Okay, I didn't start the timer, but whatever. I'll retime it if it's a good run. Oh, I didn't see that was your setup to get 64. I thought you were just skipping. I thought you were just skipping that thing, and I just like didn't see when you did it. Okay, yeah. No, I didn't know you were doing that, Furious. That makes more sense. Could have called that out. I mentioned that you skipped the... Anyway. Disco. Yeah, so it's the same thing happens when you hit that message box as would happen like in a Switch Palace when you get that message. At the end of the message, it like exits the level and beats it, yeah. I don't know that that Koopa was right. I'm surprised he fell off there, actually. Oh, that was good. Have to do this part fast. Oh, okay, good. That part's always a rush. Ooh, nice. This is a good run. Oh, it crashed. What? Oh, the Koopa at the beginning. I said that I didn't know that it was right. How long did it take me to learn how to do this? That's hard to say because I originally learned it like a 1.5 years ago. Yeah, I think the Koopa at the beginning was wrong. That's too bad. Disco. No, I haven't played Celeste. Oh no, that's a pixel off. Darn. Yeah, I still make Minecraft content. If you check my YouTube channel, there's some new stuff there. Disco. I haven't played Link's Awakening on any platform. I made a 3D graphing calculator sort of thing. I didn't like make a redstone calculator ever. But I did make some cool redstone stuff, yeah. Oh, that actually worked. Okay. I wasn't sure I was sitting in the right pixel, actually. Nice. That was sexy. Ooh, okay, and this is bad. Yeah, that was bad. Those were good though. Okay. That was okay overall. Cool. Ugh, really? Okay. That means I messed up a pixel. Can all SNES games be manipulated in this sort of manner, or is it only for SMW? There aren't a lot of games where there are known ways to do it that humans can actually do, but I mean, it's possible. I don't know. There just aren't a lot of SNES games where people are doing that sort of research. It takes a lot of research by somebody who knows what they're doing to figure out a way to do this. Mario's dad. Really, there's Ace in San Andreas? That's cool. It's a, like, for what platform? Oh, it breaks into the script layer. That's still pretty cool. Yeah. It makes more sense too, because like it's a lot harder to ace on more modern platforms. Okay. Well, that was slow. This run's pretty cool. Alright, well, I guess I can like take this one a little bit slow and just experiment again with that item box if I can complete the run. Oops. That wasn't what's supposed to happen there. One pixel off. Overshot. Okay. Is it safe to say that Super Mario World is the best game because it can contain all possible games? I think that's pretty safe to say, yeah. I don't think anybody would argue with that. What's the limit of what can be injected into SMW? It's like 128 kilobytes of RAM. So that's probably the limit. Disco. Including the game that solves the halting problem. Yeah, there you go. Including that game, yeah. Every possible game. Could I somehow overclock the SNES from the inside? No. The clock rate is not controlled from software at all. Disco. It's hard coded. Or not even coded, hard built in. Built into the hardware. It's actually not in the processor to my knowledge. I think it's controlled by the clock line from the motherboard. That wasn't good. Hardwired, I guess, yeah. Now you could rewire it from the inside, if that's what you want to do. What? You can control the clock rate through software? How do you do that, binary counter? I thought it ran at a fixed rate. I'm pretty sure it does run at a fixed rate. I don't think you're right. Disco. You thought when you dupe a block to the left or right, it's supposed to give a different item. That's only true for, yeah, like Download Pizza was saying. It's true for like key slash wing boxes. And there's a couple other boxes I think that work like that, but where the X coordinate parity controls which kind of box it is, but not for Yoshi boxes. The CPU will slow down to 2.68 megahertz or 1.79 megahertz when accessing slower peripherals. Is that controlled by hardware, or is that, like, does that... I've never heard of that. Huh. Well, it's possible. I don't know. I thought it just ran at a fixed rate, but could be wrong. Sounds like I'm wrong. So Baking Clown, that sounds like a fun project if that's the sort of thing you're into, but I can tell you it would be a lot easier to just set the value in an emulator directly. It's only for valid for code running through ROM. That doesn't make any sense because the CPU doesn't know whether it's accessing ROM or RAM when it's like... How would it like adjust the clock rate depending on what memory addresses are being read? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's only in banks. Are you talking about the CPU clock or some other clock? Like the CPU clock, I'm not really clear how it would even like adjust the clock rate depending on where it's reading from. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, that's okay if they don't fall off. That was fine. Shoot. Okay, this is gonna... No, okay. Alright, that wasn't great. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do this. See how long the timer is on this. Seems pretty long. I wasn't in PB contention there, so I decided to experiment with this a little bit more. I wonder what controls the timer. Okay. Alright. We in 11 exit now, boys. Uh-oh. Whoop. Alright, it's been a while since I tried to do that. Alright, all switches. I should have done all switches from there. It's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. I mean, like, it's kind of verifies what I was saying, that that's the Switch Palace item box, but I don't know what controls whether that happens or it warps to Bowser or whatever. I think we're going to try that every time that I'm not on a PB pace run now and just see what happens. Like, maybe one of the times it will actually warp to Bowser faster, and like I'll just have a non-PB pace run that's on PB pace all of a sudden. And then we'll investigate more how that timer's controlled. And no, I still got the cloud. I still had the cloud in my item box. That was, I wouldn't say unintentional. It was unplanned. My intention was to find out what would happen, and so I did that. Yeah, I set the world record earlier in this stream, like 15 minutes into the stream. Is the orb glitch still used for any categories? I'm not sure. It's not used for any of the main categories. It's banned in all the main categories except for 11 exit and credits warp and kill Bowser. Well, kill Bowser's not a main category. But it's not useful in any of those. It doesn't save time. Some of the extra categories, I think like in the 6, for instance, allows orb. because it's like I think the categories that allow Star World allow orb. I think that's how it works. But I've never run any of those. Disco. If you're on Yoshi when you hit the message box, do you take Yoshi with you to Bowser? So I've actually tried this in practice. And the answer is yes. But it's not good. If you enter that room with Yoshi, it sets Mario's X and Y coordinate the same, whether or not you have Yoshi, which means that it puts Yoshi actually underneath the like floor hitbox, disco. And so you immediately start falling. Now you can just jump off Yoshi and you'll be fine, but you don't get to like keep Yoshi, which is a shame because jumping into the cloud off of Yoshi would be great. I tried doing a first frame jump and I couldn't get it to work. I don't think it works because you're just not on the floor. Disco. When you fall, you die and respawn again with Yoshi, so you infinite fall. You don't respawn with Yoshi. If you die, you lose Yoshi, and you become small. Yeah, Furious. I think it looks really risky. That's why I'm not doing it. Both of the things both of the modifications that you made, like versus the route I'm currently on, the like early green Koopa eat, and also the A2 stomp. Both of those look pretty risky. It makes the item swap a lot harder. The green Koopa early eat, and then the items they're the A2 stomp just, it's like pretty hard to execute. Not that bad, but it's also like not that reliable either. So went too far. Yeah, I think you should just try some easier strats. Like try doing what I'm doing and just like get some runs under your belt, and then you can improve it. I think that's a much better way to go. I always feel a lot better if I like have a PB to improve on versus like trying to go balls to the wall with like the hardest and fastest strats possible. Okay, cool. No, not this again. I keep getting 1 pixel off there and it's horrible. It's fine. I mean, it was actually fine. I'm just whining. But it was horrible. That's fine. Yeah, that was actually a good set of spits. This is a pretty good run. That was not right. Oh, no, it would have been fine if I didn't do that. All right, this run's no longer good. That might be too low. No, it's fine. Just barely fine. All right. Didn't get that in swap. I think after my next disco. Not after my next. After my next warp, I will go to the bathroom. If you want to get into categories like this, I recommend the newbie credits warp setup that I made a video and document about. There is still a hard part, which is the item swap, but everything else can be done pretty leisurely if you just follow directions carefully. Hey, Yoshi. And Yoshi. you. Are there accurate emulators for this? Yeah. I should use BizHawk with a BSNES core. Video resolution is possible to edit from RAM. Yeah, that's definitely true. Disco. Would it be possible to make a similar newbie route for Kill Bowser? Honestly, the route that... This route is kind of the newbie route. The FC bounce at the beginning isn't, I guess. But there is, in the route document, it describes like a route that is a newbie route. Like all the spits are pretty easy. Yeah, I got the 253 today. I guess it doesn't describe it in the most simple terms possible. It kind of assumes you're a little bit familiar with things. So it would be a good stepping stone after you do the newbie credits warp. But like, this route is not that hard. If you don't do the hard parts. Like, it got a lot easier today. Or I guess, well, yesterday if you count Furious's. Or not yesterday, whenever Furious was doing his runs. Because the new Berry Eat strat is a lot easier than the old one. Ah, okay. That's not how that's supposed to go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Did I say if it was a number 1 or a number 2? I didn't specify. Don't I ever play music when doing this stuff? Usually I only play music if I'm doing something that doesn't have built-in music. Otherwise it kind of clashes. And I would like the gameplay audio to be like separate from you know, music audio, so. That was close. That was... Didn't go far enough left. Do a warp from the demo level. Oh, well, with the hex editor, I might have like, yeah, did the like level beat memory address or something from with the hex editor, but I don't know. Normally, no, I don't think it's possible to warp from the demo level. Ooh, nice. No, come back. Yoshi! It's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Not fine. Alright. Let's run slow. But it's not dead. I mean, it's dead in terms of PB, but it could still warp. That part was great. Why can't I do it like that every time? All right, we're gonna do this. Actually, I'm gonna go grab Yoshi. Oh, what? It's not the, that's not the Switch Palace box. I'm mashing. Okay. Well, that wasn't a warp. That's interesting. I wonder if it matters that I was on Yoshi for that. I wouldn't really think so, but I guess I don't know what matters. Need to figure out what controls that. It might be something you can manipulate. I don't care that much about needing a license to stream music as long as it doesn't get muted by Twitch. But my general strategy is to play video game music. Like, I go to the, like, Koji Kondo channel on Pandora or something. And since I'm, like, on Twitch anyway, like... I mean, it's not like people aren't streaming with that music. All the, like, the music that would be in there anyway. I'm good. I'm doing good. I think I missed Kid Vulcan's sub. Welcome back, Kid Vulcan here. Thanks for subbing to Twitch Prime. Yep, doing PB/WR attempts. Ooh, that was great. That was great. Nope. Cool. Okay. All right, not bad. Okay, that was good too. Nice. I'm not gonna do the message box thing because we're on PB pace. Yes. Okay, yeah, not bad. I don't remember how my Bowser fight went. I think I messed something up. My PB. Here we go. That's good. Nice. That was a really good phase transition. That was too quick. That was good. That was good. I want Bowser to come a little bit more left, you know. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna. All right. Yeah, that was good though. That was decent. I think I can PB here. Let's see. Okay. Yep, that should do it. I think that should do it. Yep, there's another second off. So I think I've cut like 2 seconds off now, off the world record. So that's 2 world records this stream so far, But yeah, that was a solid run. Yeah, the missing the phase 2 throw was not great. And there were some other parts that were like kind of mediocre, but definitely a decent overall run. I will take it. Yeah, so that's most of the time that I've saved in this stream, I think, can be attributed to just the better berry eat strat that apparently Furious came up with, and I also came up with independently. Oh wait, we have to see, is it a world record? It is a world record, okay. Because yeah, if the credits don't play, it's not a world record. It's just like part of the category. Now record it and put it on my channel. Well, we'll see if it's still the world record at the end of the stream. We are potentially far enough into the stream that I could drink some white rum. My stomach is pretty empty though, so I would have to probably drink a pretty small amount. What I'll do is I'll have some PB, and then I'll go pour myself like half a shot of white rum. So here's the PB. I don't have a lot of PB next to me here. PB sandwich first. I don't know that I want to take that much time out to make a sandwich. If I was going to make a sandwich, I definitely wouldn't do it on stream. I would go back to the kitchen and do it off stream. Oh yeah. I don't know where the Mario hat is. You know what? I'm just gonna go straight for the half shot of White Rum. And I'll feel tipsy for a short amount of time because I have an empty stomach. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have, for some reason, a Canada Leaf shot glass, or Canada Leaf, Maple Leaf. Anyway, it's a Canada shot glass. Here's my Captain Morgan White Rum, WR. Can't open it. It's like frozen shut. Oh, that makes it worse. Okay. Pour. I'm gonna rinse this out. This actually looks like it has some stuff in it. I think it was just dust. Okay. So here is my half shot of White Rum. I'm glad that was cold. That was not too bad. All right, so in about 10 minutes, the runs should start getting real good. The Bachelor sandwich tutorial was great. I got a girlfriend now, so I can't. It's not a Bachelor sandwich anymore. Though I do still make that sandwich. And I make it for her, too. Now it's a relationship sandwich. Yes, I would like to update then. Let's do more runs. Disco. Yeah, I think I can still beat that time pretty... I mean, I wouldn't say easily, but, like, I think that time is very beatable. There was plenty of sloppiness in that run. The Bachelor sandwich isn't about the ingredients, it's about the state of mind. So the Bachelor sandwich is a technique that I came up with for putting together a sandwich without using utensils to minimize the amount of washing of dishes that you have to do. So you use the cheese to spread the mayonnaise. That's the key. There are some principles to follow too, though, in terms of the composition and structure of the sandwich. There's actually been a recent addition to the Bachelor sandwich, or the relationship sandwich, I don't know. Which is cheese straw? No, veggie straws? They're called veggie straws, but they're... The veggie in that is like potatoes. Anyway. which make it crunchy and delicious. That was great. Cool. We're good. Everything is fine. Okay, that is not really great, actually, that extra Koopa that fell down. But we can just do that. That's not too bad. I have to follow these guys to right. That was good. That was actually fine. That was correct. All right. I don't think this run is PB pace, but you never know. I'll try and go fast. Oh, that was good. Wow. It might be PB pace. Yeah. All right. Should have jumped off the ledge there. It's a little slow down. Oh, no. No, it was... I think it was PB pace. Oh. All right. It wasn't anything pace because it wasn't a real run. Yeah, there were some sketch pixels in there for sure. Oh, I know why. I know why that failed. I wrote 30 instead of 31 for one of the X coordinates. Hello? Alright. Cool. I like it when getting on Yoshi kind of adds percussion to the music. Like it fits in with the music. Oh, nice. Unfortunately, I'm kind of wasting it on a bad run. Get out of here, Koopa. You're not supposed to still be there. Not sure why that crashed. For what it's worth, I think it's about 10 seconds between the item swap and the split. So when I do the item swap, you can look at the timer, add 10 seconds, and that's roughly where the split should be. So you can compare it to 142.83 or whatever to see if I'm ahead or behind. No, it's definitely not RNG manipulation. That's not what's happening here. RAM manipulation. There you go. Yeah. No worries. What determines you to warp to Bowser when you jump off Yoshi and grab that coin? It's complicated, but basically I'm writing code in memory and then running that code exactly. That's exactly what's happening. One more pixel. Oops. Alright, that wasn't too bad. 1 pixel! Alright, that was fine. Let's pixel off. I couldn't adjust in time, so I just had to like wait until I could stomp the guy. So this run is now kind of slow. I'm feeling that white rum for anyone curious. Feeling the effects. Disco. WR comes with a cost. Yeah. 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 Okay. Glad that there's a disco command, and thank you for typing it in. Because I was about to just make a bling disco emote and then not explain it any further. This is gonna be a little bit rude. Oh, that was horrible. I wonder why I executed that so bad. You thought it was related to Effie Disco? When did I do my first disco? I don't know. I have all of my Twitch streams archived locally, so I could go back and find it technically, but I'm not going to because that would be a lot of work. Yeah, look fine. This is not a new shirt. This is from Extra Life United. Oh, and it says on the back, I think. 2016. It's a 3-year-old shirt. So the Yoshi block tube is at best 50-50. Even if you get the right timing, it's still a 50% chance. So it doesn't feel that bad if it fails, even if you're sure that you got the timing right. Because you might have, and it still just, you know, randomly fails. I think that was good. I'm not sure though. If it crashes, that's why. Ooh, pixel too far. Good though. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Actually worked. That wasn't great though. Nope. Alright, this is slow. We're gonna try the item box if we can get that far. Or not the item box, the message box is what I meant to say. I think I've been calling it item box and I mean message box. Okay, that was very slow. Yeah. Remember when I said if it crashes, it's because of that Koopa in the beginning? Disco. That looks fine, actually. I thought that wasn't gonna be okay. Okay. This is fine. Yeah, that was all okay. I don't know why I'm supposed to go way past the Koopas. I don't know why I keep not going far enough. Like, I don't want to be that far right. Like, I want to be farther left. I guess I'm just new to it. Well, that's the plan, dude, Jared. That's the plan. We'll see, though. If I have the world record, why try to keep beating it? Because it's fun. This run is actually really fun. Nice. Cool. Yeah, that was good. That was what I'm going for. No, wait. Oh, I think I might have had it there, actually. Darn. Okay, I got all 3 Koopas. This could still be quick. Well, that wasn't bad. Okay, that was not great. Okay, need that fireball to despawn. All right. I'm still, to be honest, a little bit. So when I get a world record, sometimes I drink something that begins with WR. In this case, it was white rum. That was like 15 minutes ago, and I'm still feeling it. We'll see. No. That's like one of the hardest parts of the entire run. Is just like jumping on that Koopa to land in the cloud. Also, what's up, Ant Venom? How's it going? I mean, like, even if I was completely sober, that would I'd fail that sometimes. So I don't feel bad about that. The highest failure rate part of the run is the 2 things at the beginning. It's the Koopa bounce and the block dupe. But that's probably the highest failure rate thing. Otherwise, Disco. Oh yeah, Ant Venom, you do have a Founder's Badge. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that. That's cool. It's like neat to notice those as they like crop up slowly. People, you know, come back to the stream. Welcome back, Ant Venom here. Thanks for that very long-standing sub. Well, I mean, I guess it's not a long, continuously standing sub, but still. Thank you very much. Disco. I don't think that was good. I jumped too early. But we're going to continue the run anyway. Because I'm not 100% sure. Oh. Ah. Whee. You're not supposed to be there. So we don't call it any percent, we call it 0 exit or credits warp. But yeah, that's the general idea. Oh yeah, that was not right. Jump too late. This run is a lot more fun than Credits Warp right now. The Credits Warp right now is pretty miserable because most runs fail. Most by a pretty large margin. I mean, most runs fail with this one too, but like, it's a lot more common to actually successfully do the warp. The current Credits Warp is just pretty miserable. I think that was good. What is different from this than the current Credits Warp run? We do the shell spits and fighting Bowser, but shell spits and different controllers, different extra controller buttons held down. And the berry eats too, I guess. Oh, that was slow. But not irredeemable. Okay, that was, though. Well, I guess technically. No, because I destroyed the red shell. How close is my world record to frame perfect? Very far. Yeah, Credits Warp is like around 20 seconds of gameplay. Disco. Yeah, the audio is desynced. Why don't I try the Credits Warp? I've already tried the Credits Warp plenty. I might do it at some point, but it's not something I'm really interested in at the moment. Overshot by a lot. No. Could have fixed that if I had been able to move 1 pixel, but I moved 0 pixels twice. worked. Huh. Hello? Oh, I should have dropped the shell rather than kicked it up there. Be a lot faster. Yeah, that would have saved like a second. Oops. Alright, this run sucks. This run sucks. Okay, this run sucks. Oh, alright. I think that's gonna drop that shell a little bit too far away. God, move 1 pixel, please. It's just the hardest thing to move exactly 1 pixel. Alright, let's see if we can get that message box going again. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. So Yoshi should, if it warps to Bowser, Yoshi should fall through the floor. We'll see though. It's been doing some weird random things. Not that weird, but... Yeah. I was too late on the jump. I just bonked into the floor. I don't know if you saw that. Hey, where's the music? Huh. There should be music, I thought. Maybe it's because I died. The first phase normally doesn't have music, but if I warp through that item box or the message box, it usually does, in my experience. Okay. Yeah, I didn't hold jump long enough. Eco? Eco, hi. Good boy. Meow. Yeah, Miko. Good boy. I'm talking to my cat. I swear, my cat's right here. Oh, that's a huge overshoot. Ah, that's slow. Alright, reset. Miko. Oh, you can see him. It's right there. Miko, hi. Good boy. Oh, he wants attention so bad. No, come back. Come back. Why are you running away from me? Okay. It's fine. This is fine. Is this one? Alright, that might have been right. Miko? So this doesn't really have any PB potential, but it's not a bad run. I almost got in the cloud by accident there. Okay, that was good. No. Okay, that's fine. Good boy. Do you want down? Want to stay up here? As long as I'm petting him, he won't want down that bad. Hey, I warped to credits. It's a valid run. Alright, yeah. Nico? I think he really wants attention. Alright. I think I have mostly gotten over the white rum. But I'm gonna need some more white rum, because this run is awesome. We'll see. We'll see. Still more stuff to do. Ooh, okay. Oh, no, it's good. That was good. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So if this is the world record and people are watching this after the fact, the white rum I'm referring to is the WR that I drink when I get a world record. World record WR white rum. Okay. Just in case, you know. Make sure everyone... Okay. That, my friends, is what we call hubris. And it's the downfall of man. That jumps hard, guys. It's not... Yeah, red rum. That was more of a red rum situation. I agree. That was a good run. Okay. No. Come back. I don't know that that was right. I actually think it looked wrong, but it was. I did it as a screen was transitioning, so it was like impossible to tell. Oh. Yeah, it would. The effect of that pixel being wrong would be that it wouldn't play the credits after the fight. So if I finish the fight, we'll let it play out and see. Why can't I jump off the edge? There's no edge to jump off of. That was sick. Yeah, this Bowser fight's gone really well so far. So yeah, we'll let it play out to the credits and see. What would it do rather than play the credits? It would just go back to the overworld. Or no, actually no, sorry. It restarts the Bowser fight. Why does spitting shells write stuff into memory anyways? Like, what does the game need that information for normally? I mean, normally it uses memory to keep track of all the objects in the game. Like, it needs it in order to render the shells on screen and know what they're colliding with, and like everything in game is stored in memory. The locations of everything, the graphics that it's using. Okay. Yeah, I did play the credits. It's interesting. You suppose the question is, why are the spit locations stored? It's because when Yoshi spits out the shell, first it, like, puts the shell where Yoshi's mouth is, and then it determines that it should turn the shell into fireballs, and at that point it's no longer a sprite anymore, and it is just fireballs. And so whatever was the last value contained at that memory location just never gets overridden by anything else, because it's not used again. That memory location isn't used again. That's cool, Maverick Spore. Yeah, I've seen some people doing stuff like that. Sounds wacky. Yeah, I beat the world record twice this stream. And by the world record, I mean my PB. Nice. Have a hard time doing what I mean to do there. Oh, that was quick. No. Alright, not too bad. Oh, that was good. Alright, yeah, that was a good set of spits. That was really good. Oh my god, I'm so far ahead. Oh no. Oh god, I just lost all of my time. No, stop. Oh my god. I can't get the screen to do what I want it to do. Alright, well, this run's dead. Oh man, I was so far ahead. Man, I was really far ahead. That run was so good until it wasn't. But that's how it goes. You feel like you've been watching me do the same thing for years? That's kind of how speedrunning goes. But, I mean, it's different. It's different in some key ways. Oh, nice. No. I'm just going to reset. I don't care if it goes to the credits. Same thing, but faster, hopefully. Disco. Kill Bowser's a really fun category to run. It's just like... It's got really good pacing. The only thing I don't like is the beginning has some, like, inconsistent parts that it can take a while to get a run going. Disco. What's the shortest category right now? Credit sword. I'm supposed to drop it rather than do that. Like, I don't even know if this run's worth continuing. Whatever, I'm gonna keep going because it's a good form, it's good practice, it's fun to watch, fun to do. But I wish I would have just dropped it to do the screen scroll. Finally did that part right. Do it. Okay. Okay, that was wrong. Wrong pixel. What's the frame window for Disco? 1. Do I think a new strat can be found for 0 exit? Sure. I think new strats can always be found for any category. History has kind of proven that to be true. Alright, that was fine. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Disco. How different are the SMA games? Games? I know that Super Mario Advance is fairly different from Super Mario World in a lot of ways, a lot of important ways. I think it's way more zoomed in for one, which makes it really hard in some places because you just can't see ahead of you. Or like see the ground when you're jumping, that sort of things. Whoa, that was a really long cutscene. Or not cutscene, message. It's actually not a horrible run. Oh, that was nice. Okay. It was almost nice. Got one of those 2 pixels really fast. Okay. Alright, whatever. I don't know why Yoshi started doing that recently with one of the changes I just made. It's funny every time though. I forgot to jump. I play on a USA console, but they're basically the same thing. I mean, they're the same circuitry. The only real difference is the there's some tabs in the US version that prevent you from putting in Japanese cartridges, but you can just file those off. It's not really a... I guess it is a Super Famicom cartridge, but... yeah, I guess it is. Is there any reason this run isn't called any %? Yeah. Because there's no percentage counter in Super Mario World, so that doesn't make any sense. I think that was fine. I don't think that... yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't good. Jonathan, that argument would hold true if we called the category any %, but we don't. For there is no percentage counter. Also, any %... the lack of a percentage is not any %. It's actually the opposite of any %. It's no %. There is no percentage counter. That was good. Okay, that actually worked, surprisingly. Okay, this is a little bit of a weird one, but so far so good. Oh, one more pixel, okay. It's a decent run. Not too bad. Overshot, run's dead. I mean, the warp can still happen, but... yeah, the consensus pretty much in the Super Mario World community is that if we did have an any %, it'd be 0 exit or credits warp, not 11 exit. But we just avoid the whole question by not using the word percentage because it doesn't make any sense to use it. Like, yeah. By calling them 0 exit, kill Bowser, or like credit swap, kill Bowser, and 11 exit, we just totally eschew any judgment about what counts as beating the game and what counts as like just glitching the game out. And I like that because speedruns are more about a goal and a time and the strats to do it. more so than philosophical arguments about what counts as beating a game. Is the number next to a save file not a percent completion? No, it's a number next to a save file. It's the number of exits you've completed. Disco. That looked good. Ooh, yeah, I was too close. Yep, 1 pixel too close to the message, or to the Yoshi box. Disco. I think 10B or something is the current number of exits you can get without ace. Oh, that worked. I was not expecting that to work. Actually, I have no idea what the current maximum number of exits you can get without ace is. Disco. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure 960 exit says like no cloud in the rules. No orb or cloud. I guess you can do ace without getting cloud. You can do a power up incrementation. I don't know if it explicitly calls those out. Actually. Yeah, technically you might be able to do it. There's kind of breaks in 960 exit because you have to let the credits play out, I think. Which is like intentionally there so that you get breaks. You have to write the game Flappy Bird and then win it as fast as possible. That would be interesting. Winning Flappy Bird. Disco. No orb slash cloud, no arbitrary execution. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I remember telling him to add the no ace requirement for 11 exit, and then they like wouldn't do it. And then I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to do an 11 exit run with ace. And then I did it. And then I was like, well, the rules still haven't changed. I'm going to submit, guys. And they're like, no, please don't. For 11 exit. I was like, okay, well, let's talk about what rules need to be changed. So we have I think we have a pretty good definition now for what counts as arbitrary code execution for the 11 exit rules. It's gonna bounce on the box. That's okay. Ugh. Oh no, I got too close. I don't think I needed to actually adjust my position there. Yeah, my donation tracker is not actually... I don't think anybody's donated, but the donation tracker isn't actually working. Odd how Flappy Bird requires you to write more bytes than the hex editor. I didn't write Flappy Bird. I don't really know why I think it's because Flappy Bird Disco does a lot more in the way of like custom graphics. The hex editor takes pretty heavy advantage of some built-in rendering stuff in order to draw the hex editor. I also spent a lot of time optimizing that. I'm getting hungry. Disco. I wouldn't say C greater than Java, no. I wouldn't say Java greater than C either, though. They're different, they're used for different things. C# greater than Java, sure. That's pretty easy. JavaScript greater than all. That's controversial. I would say that's controversial. It's the same doc as the previous runs. I've just been updating it. I think even if you're a web dev, the right thing to do is use another, like, I think most of the serious ones use something else that compiles to JavaScript. I don't know that there's a ton of serious web devs using JavaScript directly. But I don't actually know anything about web dev, so don't trust me on that. So I like writing in scripting languages. I'm one of those people. I like Python quite a bit. I wouldn't want to write serious software in Python, but it's exceptionally good for writing very quick programs that just do something you want to get done. And that's their purpose in general. I mean, there are people who write large code bases in Python, and I don't think that's really the language you should be using for that. But even then, there's some static analysis stuff that make it work okay. But to say that you don't understand why people like writing in scripting languages is, I don't think you're trying very hard to understand that. Right. I think you're trying to say that people shouldn't write serious software with it. But I don't think it's that hard to understand why, like, a short, elegant Python script is not much nicer to look at than something in like C# that has a lot of type declarations and extra fluff. All right, here we go. No. Oh, so slow when that happens. Okay. This is okay. Doing these out of order now, but that's fine. Okay, okay, that's it. That's fine. I'm done with that run. Syntax of Python is a bit weird. I don't really agree with that. I mean, I guess there is some syntax that's... Mostly no. I don't agree with that. Python mostly reads out as pseudocode. I don't think it's any weirder than any other language. Maybe like list slicing or something, but eh. The fact that white space matters seems to infuriate people. I think those people just want to be mad. I think those people are mostly mad on like principle rather than any sort of like practical consideration for how their code looks. I'm pretty sure that Koopa bounce was wrong. Yeah, Haskell is pretty deep into into functional programming. Haskell is just a whole other way of thinking. I think my focus is starting to waver a little bit. I don't know if that was good. But we're gonna keep going because that was nice. No! Oh, that was like that run was salvageable until that happened. I don't even know. That might have messed up some values that I needed. I don't even know if this warp will work now. Okay. Yeah, no, it still might have messed up some of those values. I don't know if this will go to credits. Yeah. Yeah, I like when Yoshi jumps on his own. It's a little dangerous, though. It means I can accidentally jump on Yoshi, which would slow me down. Well, it might not slow me down, I guess, if I react appropriately. Hex literals aren't a thing? In Python? Or are you talking about a different language now? Because they are in Python. Uh-oh. Oh, that actually was good. Nice. Oh. Darn. It was almost a really good Bowser fight. I mean, it still saved half a second from my PB. So I don't know if it's going to play credits or what, but... Yeah. Python has... Hold on, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 0B, 0X, yeah. No, you don't need a, it doesn't need to be a string or anything. All right, let's see if it's credits. Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, 3 minutes and 7/100. No, you don't add those numbers together. They're like... Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to add those numbers together. I was 7.82 seconds behind at the warp, and I was only 7.34 seconds behind at the end. How is this strat found? It's complicated. It's a lot of work and a lot of collaboration between people and stuff. All right, I think I'm gonna end the stream. Like I said, my focus is starting to waver a bit, and I already got 2 world records this stream, so I think I'm good to go. But so I shaved off, let's see, about 3 seconds, I think, from the PB, 2.5 maybe, from my world record, old world record. So that most of that is due to the improved berry eat. It wasn't like a much better run or anything. It was just a better strat. So I'm looking forward to seeing Area 51 and Furious do more runs, though. Hopefully they do. Furious seems like he definitely will. Yep. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I got some subs, got some bits. It's good times. Thanks to the mods for... I don't know, did you actually have to mod anything? It seems like my chat's been super tame the last couple weeks. But thanks for, you know, typing in the exclamation chat commands, whatever. Yeah, thanks to chat for being great. And thanks for good questions and interesting discussions about tacos and Bowser Shell. Oh, I better stream tomorrow because your Twitch Prime's ready. All right. Oh, we'll see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hang up. Thanks for watching.